14 seconds. It took 14 seconds for Jose Aldo's dominant reign to end, halted by the meteoric rise of Conor McGregor. It was a moment where time stood still, and the torch was passed in the blink of an eye.
For the first time ever, two-division champion in reality. Oh, that looks good!
Aldo's era concluded as McGregor's ascended. Come February, a similar narrative unfolds with two warriors poised to etch their names in history. We're talking about the upcoming showdown between Alexander Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria.
I'm gonna knock him out in the first round, second round. If not, I'm gonna dominate him.
Volkanovski, the reigning champion, steps in with the legacy to uphold, continuing his saga of dominance and skill.
This guy's gonna be just talking his shit, and I love that. I'm like, yeah, talk this.
Meanwhile, Topuria enters as the challenger, fueled by the ambition to disrupt this legacy and carve his own path to glory. The stage is set for an unforgettable confrontation, and we believe that Topuria will be able to get the win. Stick around till the end to find out why. Alexander Volkanovski, beyond the fighter. Alexander Volkanovski's rise to the top of the UFC FW division is nothing short of legendary. His transformation is nothing less than cinematic. From an overweight rugby player in Australia to an undisputed icon in the UFC Hall of Fame. Before he etched his name into the annals of history with his trilogies against Max Holloway, before his clinical takedowns of Brian Ortega and the Korean Zombie, two defining bouts carved his path to greatness. These clashes against Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo were more than just fights. They were symbolic torch-passing moments against two towering figures of the sport.
I'm the man of this division, and I'm taking that belt.
Facing Chad Mendes was a crucial litmus test for Volkanovski. Mendes, a powerhouse known for his dynamic wrestling and devastating knockout prowess, once gave Conor McGregor a run for his money during McGregor's heyday. Yet in this pivotal fight, Volkanovski showcased his exceptional striking skills and extraordinary endurance. In the critical second round, Volkanovski's unyielding pressure began to break Mendes down, displaying phenomenal cardio and diverse striking repertoire. Volkanovski landed potent punches and kicks, culminating in a series of decisive strikes that led to a TKO victory. Then came the showdown with Jose Aldo, a legend and former long-standing featherweight champion at UFC 237 in May 2019. Against Aldo, Volkanovski put on a strategic masterclass. He tactfully neutralized Aldo's feared striking ability, employing a blend of leg kicks, jabs, and feints to disrupt Aldo's rhythm. Volkanovski also displayed his wrestling prowess, effectively controlling Aldo against the cage and stifling his ability to unleash powerful strikes.
Now I know I'm at that level.
He brings that power.
However, the Max Holloway trilogy stands as a monumental chapter in Alexander Volkanovski's illustrious MMA career.
You know, I'm not even close to being full potential. No one's gonna stop this. I'm setting the bar. I dare you to beat me. I dare you. Welcome to the blessed era, baby.
In their first encounter, Volkanovski showcased a level of dominance that took many by surprise, especially given Holloway's stature as a skilled and respected fighter from Hawaii. Volk's tactics were unpredictable, keeping Holloway on the defensive and unable to deploy his renowned striking skills fully. This bout was a clear display of Volkanovski's ability to control the pace and space of the fight, earning him a decisive victory and setting the tone for their ongoing rivalry.
Holloway is the taller man and significantly by 5 inches, but rather rich.
The second fight in the trilogy was a much closer affair. This time, Holloway came in with adjustments, presenting new challenges for Volkanovski. However, Alexander the Great rose to the occasion. The fight was a nail-biting exchange of skills, with both fighters having their moments of dominance.
Volkanovski putting the pressure on, trying to find the takedown, shot in several times, landing more shots with more frequency, slipped that one, landed the left.
The fight went the distance, and while it was closely contested, Volkanovski managed to edge out a split decision victory.
The UFC! Maybe not the start you were looking for, but you certainly came on strong late.
And things like that all goes away.
The third and final bout of the trilogy was where Volkanovski truly began to cement his legacy as one of the all-time greats in MMA. In this fight, he systematically dismantled Holloway in the way that left no doubt about his superiority.
He's having a hard time with the time. He just keeps getting better. That's the ball.
He was not only dominating the striking exchanges, but also showcasing his ground game and overall fight IQ.
Catch him with the hands. You got to kick him on the exits.
Volkanovski appears the cut has now been reopened.
He just could, but it does not look like.
By the end, Volkanovski had demonstrated that he was a superior fighter, leaving an indelible mark on the history of the featherweight division.
Ready. So for Alexander to do this,
a legend was born. But if there's one thing about Volkanovski that packs more power than his fists, it's his mind and resilience.
The great Volkanovski! DC, how's your pulse? You all right? Nuts.
Take the Brian Ortega fight. In a sequence that had fans on the edge of their seats, Ortega, a Gracie BJJ black belt, managed to floor Volkanovski. Seizing the moment, Ortega swiftly attempted to lock in a choke, aiming to end the fight right there. Volkanovski, caught in a tough position, fought desperately to regain his breath and composure. It seemed for a moment that the end was near for Volk. However, in a display of sheer will and survival instinct, he miraculously wriggled free from the choke. What followed was a remarkable comeback, as Volkanovski unleashed a barrage of attacks on Ortega, turning the tables in spectacular fashion.
Wins and a title defense.
Both his fights against Yair Rodriguez and the Korean Zombie served only to cement his legacy further. With Yair, it was his striking that was the main threat. Even Volkanovski himself said that Yair made him cautious.
Rodriguez definitely has my respect. He's a very dangerous fighter, very unpredictable.
Still, he proved to be an easy meal for Volk.
Let's take a look at it.
There is that counter. That's that counter. You saw it?
Oh my goodness, look at that right hook.
Who ended the fight with a brutal barrage of punches and ground and pound that would have sent Rodriguez to the shadow realm if the referee hadn't intervened. Yair was known for his unorthodox fighting style. The Korean Zombie presented a different challenge with his aggressive forward charging style. While that may have worked with other fighters, it only proved to be an all-you-can-eat buffet for Volk once their showdown began. Every punch Volk threw connected with alarming precision. True to form, Zombie kept pushing, and Volk kept dishing out punishment.
What a performance.
Oh my goodness. Doesn't mean the fight shouldn't be stopped.
Looking more like a massacre than a match between two equals, the referee was forced to put a stop to the contest and declare Volk the winner by TKO.
Different levels of the game tonight.
And
Volkanovski's appetite grew after this epic run of wins in the FW division. Naturally, he wanted to prove, as much to the world as to himself, that he was capable of greatness on different levels.
Backyard with Volkanovski.
Is there anything you want to say?
He stepped up to the lightweight division, taking the match against the ferocious and undisputed LW champ Islam Makhachev to prove who's the world's #1 pound-for-pound MMA fighter. Makhachev, known for his exceptional grappling skills and a dominant force in his own right, represented a new level of competition.
Knockdown from Makhachev. There's the tap. Islam Makhachev submits Charles Louis.
Islam Makhachev is the best fighter, not in lightweight. He's a pound-for-pound #1.
From the very start of their encounter, it was clear that Volkanovski wasn't just there to participate, but to compete. He turned the fight into a closely contested battle that kept fans on the edge of their seats.
Work for Volkanovski will be key. That's nice. Nice.
He can't allow himself to get frustrated or to let this.
Typical. Nice left hand. Massive ending to the fight. That's how you end the fight.
Ultimately, Makhachev secured a unanimous decision, but many observers and fans believed that Volkanovski had done enough to win.
Yes.
The stage was set for a much-anticipated rematch when Charles Oliveira withdrew due to injury. Volkanovski stepped up to the challenge, accepting the fight against the champ Makhachev on just 11 days' notice. In a dramatic turn of events, the Dagestani delivered a stunning and precise leg kick to Volkanovski's head in the first round, leading to a knockout. This outcome was heartbreaking for Volkanovski and his fans, and a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the MMA sport.
How he's strong, because he's the best fighter in the world before, not now.
Ilia Topuria, the challenger. The Georgia-born Ilia Topuria's story is different, but equally compelling. He is the underdog, the rising star, the fighter who's clawed his way up with sheer determination and skill. Topuria's style is a thrilling mix of raw power and calculated tactics. His rise isn't just about the wins, but the manner of those victories. Showcasing a fighter who's not only physically dominant, but also mentally astute.
Oh, there it is. Nice hammer. Oh, big hammer fist by Topuria. There it is. Big shot. Oh,
Take his match against Jai Herbert at UFC Fight Night on March 19th, 2022. Topuria was controlling that fight up until the point when Herbert caught him flush on the chin. Topuria went down, but managed to gather himself and get back on his feet. In a wild exchange, Topuria even managed to swing back the momentum on his side. And just seconds after being seemingly knocked out, he caught Herbert with a devastating punch that rendered him unconscious. It was a clear example of his never say die attitude, and an additional reason other fighters have to fear him. In his bout against Bryce Mitchell at UFC 282, Topuria showed that his win against Herbert wasn't a fluke. It was a showcase of Topuria's evolving artistry in the ring. He moved with the calculated grace, blending raw power with the tactician's mind. When he locked in on that arm triangle choke, it was a statement. He wasn't just defeating Mitchell, he was sending a message to the entire featherweight division. He could punch, he could grapple, he could wrestle. Then there's the battle with Josh Emmett. This fight was a testament to Topuria's endurance and strategic depth. It wasn't about explosive moments, but a sustained effort, an example of his growth as a fighter. Winning by unanimous decision after 5 grueling rounds, Topuria demonstrated that he's not just a flash of brilliance, but a lasting force to be reckoned with. Honestly, that match could have ended much sooner, with Emmett barely hanging on after a few wild sequences.
Forward until your next fight. That's a tough one.
The epic confrontation.
Just going off that, why exactly weren't you impressed with Ilia? What did you see that we perhaps didn't see? I think we're touching some of the things, but
As we gear up for this epic confrontation, we're left pondering the outcome. In MMA, the only predictable thing is unpredictability. Time and time again, we've seen champions crumble before unpredictable and hungry challengers. Jose Aldo's reign was undone in just 14 seconds. A 6-fight brutal losing streak followed Tony Ferguson's legendary 12-fight win streak. We all remember the Conor McGregor who could dismantle any opponent with his left-hand combinations that seemed divine. And we all remember how he tarnished his legacy after his last couple of fights with Dustin Poirier. The point is, every champion's reign is destined to end, whether it's due to undefeated Father Time or a hungry lion eager to claim the throne. Islam Makhachev reminded us that Volkanovski was apparently not an invincible demigod in the octagon. Their first bout was a nail-biter, but true fight fans will know that Makhachev deserved the unanimous decision win. The rematch left no room for doubt. Volkanovski got a taste of his own medicine, with Makhachev delivering a perfect head kick that knocked the lights off Volk and secured a knockout win. Volkanovski has weaknesses, and Topuria will surely be inspired while studying that footage. Volk's at his most dangerous when he's doubted, but Topuria continues to evolve with each fight, making smarter choices and showcasing his impressive range of skills. He's packing knockout power, and he's also very capable of bringing the fight to the ground, all backed by an amazingly strong chin. He has what it takes to dethrone Volk, and we're about to witness history in the making, and we'll be there watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for immediate post-match analysis. Our follow-up video will offer an in-depth breakdown of the fight soon after it ends. Thanks again for watching, keep your guard up, and we'll we'll see you in the next one. Peace.